Hello, Mr. Vic.
Hello, bro.
How you doing today?
I'm approximately normal, man.
Yeah. As it dey hot. You know, we are African football passionistas, if there's a word like that. So anything that is being said about African football, we have to weigh our thoughts on this matter. For those of you that have been following for some few days now, there has been a bashing. One of the former players, a former footballer who is currently a football pundit by name Jamie Carragher, he has received a lot of bashing because of a statement he made. Okay, a little flashback. Recently we saw in the Premier League, Man City took on Liverpool and they were defeated 2-0. And as the custom is, the match has to be analyzed and lots of things were said. And the topic of our African brother, the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah, was brought up. And the question was asked, is Mohamed, because currently nobody's denying the fact that Mohamed Salah is in, if I'm not mistaken, I might say that this is his best season, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been on fire in the Premier League. See the wonders he's doing currently, breaking records here and there. And he's an African, so we are proud of that. Now, a question was asked. We have some football pundits, the likes of Jamie Carragher, Michael Richards, and the rest. Question was asked, does Mohamed Salah stand a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or? And Jamie Carragher, as usual, as a pundit, he has to give his own contribution. But there was a statement he made that made him receive that bashing. And what was that? He said, according to him, in quotes, he said that Mohamed Salah does not stand a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. Yes, despite what he's doing in the Premier League is good, but internationally wise, if he comes to the international stage, he's not competing in any major competition. And then a question was asked, Carragher, what do you mean by Salah is not competing in any major competition? Is Afcon a joke to you? The African Cup of Nations, is it a joke to you? Ooh. And Carragher, in his own words, said the Afcon is not a major tournament. That was the statement. That was the statement that caught the attention. You cannot say that and you expect Africans to be quiet. He has received a lot of bashing. So I think he later came out and posted on Twitter, I think on the 24th of February, and he said that he didn't mean it that way and was trying to, explain more about what he meant. But I would like to get your thoughts. For him to open his mouth to say that the Afcon is not a major tournament, I don't think, with all due respect to him, I don't think he understands the meaning of what he just said. By Afcon is not a major tournament. We are talking about the African Cup of Nations. Now, this is one tournament that is not only viewed in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. This is one tournament that is viewed all over the world because we have superstars, even in the Premier League, we have African players who are doing so well. And whenever it comes to international duty, because of the importance and prestige of this particular competition, they take excuse from their clubs and they come back home to participate in this competition. These are players that are playing in Europe all over the world. So if this competition is not a major tournament, why would the likes of Salah bother to come to play in the Afcon, African Cup of Nations? Why would the likes of Sadio Mane, come down to play in the African Cup of Nations? Why would the likes of Mohamed Kudus of West Ham come down to play in the African Cup of Nations if it is not a major tournament? So for Carragher to make that statement, I mean, look at the likes of our superstar, Ademola Lookman, who just won the best player, the best African player. We saw his heroics at the Afcon. We see the likes of Osimhen. So this man coming out to say the Afcon is not a major tournament, we as African football passionistas, people that talk about African football, we cannot hear these things and keep quiet. We have to weigh in our thoughts about this. Do you think that this statement is a disrespect to Africa as a whole? Because in response to that, CAF, they posted something on their Instagram page that really caught me. What kind of a rap song that we are not major, something we are not minor, we are a major, something like that. I didn't really get the picture. But I'd just like to get your thoughts about it. What do you think about this?
Make my emotions no scatter, scatter everywhere that they will not ban me for life. I should not cross. I will not cross Africa again. Please, they should not ban me from leaving Africa. But damn. Aside ignorance, I want to ask one quick before you even enter into the Afcon part.
Okay.
Where was he? Where was Carragher and the rest when George Weah? When George Weah was the best.
Was best.
When Afcon was not what it is right now. But then, they had no choice to give him the world best. So, you find out that there is a cloud out there that African players, they don't deserve Ballon d'Or. There is a cloud. Before we now start even talking about the Afcon part, an Afcon that even if you are a dead man, even if you are in a mortuary, even if you are in your obituary, you should know our forefathers on the ground, they know that something happened in Ivory Coast. They knew that heaven fell in Ivory Coast. Like I say, I don't want to be bad. But damn, they should take note. Ignorance. He might just be ignorant of what is happening. I understand. Reason because personally, I've also turned to ignoramus when it comes to European football. I have turned to ignoramus. I don't even know. It's just because I listen to news. I'm a news guy. I want to know what is happening in the world. Then the information enter. Left for me. Oh, sorry. Left for me, I have now turned ignorant. So it might be that he is ignorant too, like me. Good and fine. Why I also would just want to stay in the frame of the Afcon that happened in Egypt and Afcon that happened in Ivory Coast, because let's just dwell on just recent from COVID year. I bet Carragher, he should go and check records. That the last Euro, you can never compare it to Afcon. You might compare the COVID year Euro because everybody there has, so we no get choice than to watch TV and press phone. But this time around, the world was open. Ticket was costly, but people flew.
Sold out.
The stadium was. No, let me start this way. Sorry, I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time for this matter. First, the uniqueness of the last Afcon, it was unpredictable. It was highly unpredictable. You will never know who will win the Afcon. In fact, the semi-finalists, you only had Nigeria that was top 5 in the rankings. Every other person there did not make it to the top 5. I'm talking about Ivory Coast. I'm talking about South Africa. I'm talking about DRU, Congo. Oh, my people. The Lord be with you guys out there, man. Going through what you are going through. Our hearts are with you guys. It was totally unpredictable. Then we talk about goals. 2.27 goal ratio. 117 goals we have scored, making it 2.27 goal ratio. Go and check. You talk about the vibrant fans that were there. Look at pictures. Look at the social media. Everywhere was ablaze. Hell, look at our beautiful women that turned up.
And you see it's like a major tournament.
Oh my God! Oh, make a no verse.
Something that
Man, no swear for person.
Beautiful women.
I they tell you, those
say no
Nubian
major
women.
tournament.
Oh, you did not see. In fact, you never saw the Kevade women. Oh, and now he's going to Morocco. Eyes that cannot see, blinded eyes will open. Morocco. So, guys, we had an amazing tournament. The world stood still. 180 nations tuned to the Afcon. How many nations can remain now? 2 billion persons watched the Afcon. And let me tell you guys, Africa is blessed. Not just by natural resources, but by human capital. People are plenty. And that is a point for us. It is a huge point for us. Just like where you know that you cannot dominate cricket with Indians because of their numbers. Africans are blessed. Number one sport in Africa is football. And we are plenty. And we are watching it. Even when we say qualify, or you say ordinary, if you mention ordinary qualifier, the way we tune to qualifiers alone, friendly, they want to watch. So far, they want to watch. And that is why you see that. Why do we have many African players now that are playing good football? Because while we were kids, we were watching the Afcon. We were watching our heroes.
Yeah.
And that developed our love for football. For the ones that can play, they entered into playing. For we that cannot play, we entered into watching. So, guys, they should know. They should go and study before they make such statements. We don't want anybody to water down our tournament. It is ours. And we, with our full chest, we have embraced it. We love what is happening. We love the popularity that it has gained. Nobody should come and water it down for us if you are an ignoramus. If you are an ignoramus, shut up.
Stay silent.
That's the much I can say. Time no day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I saw, Africans, one thing you cannot do is when you get and you provoke an African man. I saw a comment under a YouTube post and they said, even if England is in the Afcon, they will not win it.
Sorry. Look at the Euros now. You know who will carry the Euros? If you're not Spain, it is France or maybe Germany. Is there any other thing? Are you going to be predicting England to win?
Of course.
Are you predicting England? They will not win it.
They will not win it. Everybody knows that. Oh, God. So tournaments like that are easily predictable. They cannot be called major tournaments.
Copa America, Brazil or Argentina. Who else? How can you compare? I beg you, make a new verse.
Please, African fans all over the world, we love you to weigh in your thoughts about this issue. I mean, we cannot afford to be quiet. Football Intel, a channel that promotes African football, we cannot hear things like this and keep quiet. That is our thoughts. And like you said, we'll not go beyond that. We are leaving it at this. But we'd like to get your thoughts about this matter in the comment section. We'd love to interact with you. If this is your first time watching us, please do well to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Select all notifications, be up to date with our content. And to those of you who are subscribers, thank you so much for the engagement. We encourage you guys to keep liking, keep sharing our videos, keep commenting, and follow us on all our social media handles if you are yet to. At this juncture, I'll be drawing the curtain. I still remain your host of Football Intel, Mr. Dominion Chuks. And doing this with me is my top-notch proud African soccer analyst. We are the major men. We are not minor men. Mr. Victor Siokwu. We both are saying bye for now. And African football to the world. The major African football to the world.